Hello, welcoming you all back to a video lecture series on human resource management. I am Pavithra, working as Assistant Professor at the Department of Business Administration UG at Dr. SNS Rajlakshmi College of Arts and Science. So, in this lecture series, we are discussing about the basics of human resource management. So, in our previous videos in this lecture series, we have been discussed about what is human resource management, and we are discussing about the functions of human resource management. So in this regard, previously we have discussed about the two functions of human resource management. So the primary function, recruitment and selection process, and secondly we have discussed about the training and development process. So in this video we will be discussing about employer-employee relationship and how important is the employer and employee relationship is and why it is important, everything in this video. So without any more delay, let's move on to today's video on employer and employee relationship. So now coming on to the employer and employee relationship, the employee is the biggest asset of the organization. As we all know, the organization, um, its well-being is involves the a high level of commitment of the employees working in an organization. In this regard, the employees are the biggest assets of the organization. So it is most important for an organization to ensure the satisfaction of employee and to ensure the employees working in the organization are more satisfied towards their job, to ensure and to make sure the organization is moving on in a right track. So in this regard, the first aspect is to know about the employer and employee relationship. It is most important to have a healthy employer and employee relationship. Any deviation between this relationship would lead to lots of misunderstandings and deviation in the objectives of the organization. So the HR department that strives to help the employers and employees sees the each other's mutual contribution inside the organization, fostering their positive dynamic relationship between these two peoples. So the HR is a mediator between those two people, and they ensure the positive relationship between the employer as well as the employee. The HR manager may also helps to craft and determine the company's policy to ensure a fairness and equity in the workplace. So now discussing about the workplace grievances, that when an employee has a workplace grievances, whether regarding compensation, benefits or workloads or working hours or anything else, what kind of an grievance that an employee takes towards the HR, the HR may step in to act as a mediator between the employer and employee and make sure to settle the disagreement and misunderstanding between the employer and employee and make sure the smooth and positive relationship between the employer, so that the employer may will trust their employees, and employees would also feel that their grievances and their emotions are valued inside the organization. So this leads to a high amount of job satisfaction, and a smooth workflow between the employer and employee would lead to a problem-free work environment, and the targets and objectives of the organization would also be attained in a most adequate and appropriate way. So that's it about the employer and employee relationship. So as of now, we have been discussed about the three functions of human resource management. One is that recruitment and selection process. Secondly, we have discussed about the training and development process. And thirdly, we have discussed about employer-employee relationship. So in next video, we will be looking on to the next set of functions that an human resource management possess. So that's it. So that's it about today's video. So in our next videos, we will be discussing more about human resource management and its functions. So see you all soon in the next video. Thank you.